So we are looking at Team of the Year icon Makelele. We are recording today. There's rumors that the SBC is dropping today. I did get his loan ages ago. Never tried the card. I thought we'd try it out today. So you can see here, he is 5'9", low, high, right-footed, 3-star skill, 4-star weak foot. Can play centre mid, CDM, or right mid. He originally CDM. We've moved into centre mid for chemistry reasons, but he will be playing CDM for us. See here, he's got pretty good stats overall. Fantastic composure, fantastic short pass and long pass. Good acceleration and sprint speed, as well as agility and balance. Overall, his defending would be much higher if it wasn't for that really low headering accuracy. In terms of traits, we just got solid player, which doesn't mean too much. In terms of chemstyles, I'm just going to go put one on now, and we're going to explain why. So we've decided to go for an anchor, and if we have a look on Footbin, you can see here it just maximizes that pace as well as that defending and his overall physicality. So boosting up strength, aggression, and jumping up, as well as just boosting up the defensive stats that need to be defended or boosted up, sorry. Whereas a header and accuracy, I'm just going to ignore and pretend it's not a thing because he's going to be playing our centre mid role. He's only 5'9" as well, so he's not going to make too much difference. We'll be playing in our 4-2-2 system, but we'll have a look at chemstyles, pricing, how much I think the SBC will be once it's released. Like I said, this is before, and then we'll just go jump into some gameplay, but have a word from today's sponsor first. Are you tired of playing sweat teams like this? Make sure you go to Alt Nice, select Foot 23 coins, choose which console and how many coins you'd like to buy, select your payment method, and don't forget to add code NANIC for 6% off on all orders. We're reviewing him in Foot Champs today, as our opponent has made a pause already. And his main job, like I said, he'll be playing in a 4-2-2. I'll show you. This guy's got some really nice red picks here. Obviously, striker, Payet. So we will be playing in our 4-2-2. His main job is basically to transition into defense. So when I show you here, as he's already quit, that's a shame. So we're going to jump into a second game. But I'll show you where he plays in a second. So a quick look at our opponent's new team. A bit worse goalkeeper, but again, good red picks and a good striking partnership. So yeah, I'll show you exactly where he's playing in our 4-2-2 system. His main job is basically to shut down the attack of our opponent, as well as essentially driving forward. As you can see here, he's going to be playing on that left-hand side as a CDM role, just behind Vinicius Jr. and next to Cruz. So how our system works is we have one defensive player and one attacking. So our attacking is Cruz, our defensive is Makelele, but we will try him in all situations. Whether he's going to be more defensive or more attacking, we shall see. One thing I will say is, he feels a little bit clunky on the ball at the moment. The gameplay is a little bit heavy, but from about this card being out for so long with Team of the Season, is that we've had a lot of really good high boosted cards out now. That's a really good passer, I have to say. Good tackle as well. So he is going to feel a bit clunky at times. Whether EA's fix that problem later on, we'll have to see. But gone for that anchor today. He did intercept that pass, and it's going to be offside anyway. But you can see that is the role he's going to be playing in. Right, that's cool. Makelele shot. Get him on the ball. Maybe for me, is his driven pass into the space. That is absolutely instrumental for me when I play in this role. His ability to drive in just like that. Can Makelele get there? He's starting to run away from it. No being caught out. What's his recovery speed like? Having low, high work rates as well, high defensive and low attacking means he's not really going to caught out some mad pass, I have to say, to Saka. Good save from the keeper. Right, let's go counter-attack. Drilling straight in to Makelele. We're going to drive him up again. There's a little 1-2 between the players. Oh, I tried to actually play that to Cruyff. We do win the ball back, though. Good tackle. And that's what we need Makelele to do if he's going to lose a ball in that situation, is play it. Good pass in. Good defense from our opponent there, unfortunately. In terms of recovery speed on and off the ball, on the ball he's a little bit slow, but off the ball you can see they're catching up with Mbappe. Unfortunately got the pass off, but we forced him into a bad pass. On the ball, a little bit slow, I have to admit. That's a lovely pass, so. And we get our first goal there. But you can see off the ball with recovery speed is lightning fast. On the ball, he feels a little bit heavy at times. And I don't know if that's just down to how boosted cards. But you can see here, keeping up with Mbappe, forcing him into a bit of bad skill. Still driving, but we're still recovering. And we make the tackle there as he gets a rebound. But you can see that's where he's great. On the ball, though, it's a different story. It's a bit too long going into full speed. Skill move animation isn't quickest. Passing isn't quickest either. So you've got to be careful here. So he can definitely only play CDM with the long-driven passes into the space at times. But that's something to make sure you realise that he's not always going to be the most attacking option. So we get ourselves a second goal there. And that's really, really important to realise what type of player he is, what he can and can't do. So again, we're here, setting up with Mbappe. Not using a good strength there, which is a little bit frustrating, but recovery speed still here, just sitting down, second man press, drive over, force him into a pass back, and we force him into a bad pass. Makelele picks it up. Lovely turn, and again, we are through just from some simple passing. Keeper movement, thank you. And that is going to be a hat-trick for us and a rage quit as well. So far, looking so good with Makelele. Now that we know he's really good at driven passes, but not the best at driving out situations, we can really focus in on the next game. So you can see here, 10 dribbles complete at 11. No shots. We're not going to be shooting with him today. In terms of passing, though, we had 11 passes, 9 complete. 2 secondary assists, so that means he passed it to someone who got the assist. And 8 players were beaten by his passing. In terms of tackling, we had 1 interception. And we had no duels won or any tackles just yet. I think we had 1 tackle, but it hasn't registered, so it's one of those. But let's go jump into a second game. So into our second game then. Again, some really good play. Everyone's got pretty good teams nowadays, so does Makelele make your team or not? That's another conversation. But he has basically shown me that he's really good defensively, which is to be expected. But in terms of actual going forward with the ball, a little bit lacking. But this is where he really strives. This long through ball, you can just see there. Absolutely unbelievable pass. We get on the end of his shot here. It's a shame. Does the Jairzinho beat it? Does. Cruyff, snapshot there. But you can see those long, like sort of quarterback-esque rolls. I don't like using that phrase in football, but that's something he really outstands in. Left it dribbling a little bit sloppy, but we get away with it here. Step over, try to boost pass. Unfortunately, get it. But you can see that's where he really shines in attacking presence. But this is where he really stands out. This defensive recovery. Force him into a bad pass. Shutting down every single passing lane, not a problem. He's going to play it across. Force him into the lucky pass through. Now gets us a counter-attack underway. Makelele picks it up. And we get our first goal there with Vinicius Jr. If you've not seen a review on Vinicius Jr., go check it out. You'll see how good he is. Makelele here again. Lovely ball. Got Jairzinho through in good strength. Guy's brought his keeper out. I'm assuming he wants to quit the game. He's had enough already. Good tackle. And we've been absolutely punished by a good tackle there. That is so unlucky. We managed to basically win the ball, but it put him through. I don't think that's down to Makelele. That's just down to some really bad luck on our end. And that's just how the game works sometimes. Looks like he's going to continue on now. He was going to rage quit, but he's decided because the luck's changed, let's jump in. It's not a bad thing for the review. It's a bit frustrating that happens, but that's just EA's control in general. There's nothing we can really do about that. Six slows the attack down a little bit. We do manage to get some space. Now we've got Cruyff all the way through. It's a lovely pass. And we get a goal from it. And that all came from Makelele's ball into that space. And we managed to get back into the game now. Give that pressure on. Great tackle high up the pitch. Can't quite get past that Ramos, unfortunately. But you can see there, winning the ball up nice and high. Still really, really good. We are taking the lead again with that Vinicius. And that is half-time. So what I'm noticing in this game in particular is he's really slow when he gets the ball and going into full speed. So if you're used to how players are now, especially with Team of the Seasons being out, going into full speed straight away, Makelele does struggle in that scenario. In terms of like recovery speed, so say if you go to tackle and you miss and you have to turn around and run straight back, his recovery speed is really, really responsive. But again, everybody's got really fast players, so you have to be careful. Like here, for example, using his strength is fine, not a problem at all. Sort of walking out, playing the pass into the space. He's very, very good at doing that. Excels in it. This scenario here, let's say if I make a tackle with Makelele. Oh, he forced a bad pass. But let's say if I made a bad, force him out there. A little bit slow going into full recovery, but it's something to be careful of. We try to drive past Ramos there. But that's a really rare occasion that happens. So like here, for example, let's say we commit. Good interception. Now we got that through ball. We know he's going to play it in. Waiting for the keeper to make a mistake. It didn't happen. But you can see, though, the transition with the pass is second to none. Very, very good. Try to do some skill. Get away with it. Good turn. Lovely pass in. And we actually get an assist for Makelele. Now, that is a bit rare. What a giant skill moves in that situation. We got away with it. And he's in that position. Interception or whatever I got to get the ball to him. And then we just got a lovely pass across. I really, really like his passing. Fantastically consistent. Fantastic when you go into transition play as well. Just like I said, on and off the ball, the speed differences are slightly frustrating and hard to get used to. Like, for example, here, playing that ball in. Bit of skill, and we get ourselves a goal there. Another assist, and this is going to be a rage quit. So let's go jump to Footbin now. So obviously, as mentioned in the review at the start, I'm doing this review before the SBC is out. So judging his price, about 270,000. So I'd imagine his SBC price is going to be in between the range of 200 to 400,000. Normally, EA are pretty good at pricing these, but Ronaldinho seems to be extremely expensive for the SBC that came out. Puskas, I haven't seen yet. But going off this card, I do like this card. If you're looking for a CDM who only does the tackling and does those driven passes that we saw, go get him done. He is really, really good at that. The problem we have with him is, if we scroll down here, with this average body type, even though he's got high agility and he's 5'9", there's just something about the card being on controlled, maybe on new gen in particular, why he just feels a little bit heavy on the ball. I don't know if that's just because my gameplay was heavy today. Maybe that was the main factor. But it is something to consider when using him. Like, I like going forward with him. But, of course, you're not really expecting to score much with that high shooting. Yes, we got an assist with him and he was in a good position. But I found that his interceptions in particular were absolutely outstanding. And his passing, as you can see here, 94, 87, just gives you so many options from deep. So let's say your opponent is really, really far back in their box. You've got no way to break him down. You can play it out, draw him out a little bit in terms of your opponent, and then Makelele can drill that ball straight back into the space. And we managed to utilize that quite a lot of times and get into the space with it. I think Anchor's probably the best one to go for. Just boost up what a statistic you need to see. Makes him a 94 rate CDM or a 93 centre-back. They were saying an engine, and I do understand, but because of how his body type is in game, I just don't think it's worth an engine personally. Don't think you need to boost up that passing, and I don't think his pace needs to be changed for what it was on an Anchor. So I think Anchor's definitely go to. Yeah, you could probably look at Shadow, and Shadow's going to make him the same in terms of 94, 93. But you are losing out on his physicality stats a little bit. And because of his height, he does need that physicality boost, especially in the strength department and jumping in case you get any balls. But you just have to be careful on corners. But like I say, everybody's got team of the seasons now. And as we know, they are very, very boosted. They feel very, very quick, very responsive. So it is something to be cautious of. If this SBC's 200,000 coins or even cheaper, I am going to complete him just to get him in the club in case I need him for an objective. If he's around 400,000, I probably wouldn't bother. Go buy him off the market. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's covered all your questions. If it hasn't, comment down below. If you have enjoyed today's review or have some comments about what could be changed, let me know again in the comment section below. And smash that like button and subscribe. And I'll hopefully catch you in the next video. See ya.